Hello gorgeous people, Uzebi Hunger here and welcome. So previously I'd made two separate videos. One video was on the black women that have won Miss World, you can check it out here, and the second video was on the black women that have won Miss Universe, you can check it out here. In this video I combined these two to make a video on all the black women that have won major beauty pageants, and also there were some women that I had omitted, not on purpose, and I also add these on this video. So let's get the video started. The first modern beauty pageants began in the early 1900s. Miss America started in 1921 and Miss World followed in 1951. Miss Universe came just a year later in 1952. And in those early years, the winners all looked very similar. Most of the winners had European features, and that was the image that was celebrated as a beauty standard. However, in the 1960s and 1970s, the women from the Caribbean began breaking through and things began to shift slowly. In 1963, Carol Crawford, a 20-year-old woman from Jamaica, won Miss World, making her the first woman from the Caribbean to win the Miss World title. Although she was of mixed African and European ancestry, her win was widely seen as a breakthrough for Black representation on the global stage, especially during a time when beauty standards were still very skewed. Today, she's remembered as a pioneer who helped expand global definitions of beauty. However, after her win, change did not come immediately. Jennifer Houston from Grenada made history when she became the very first black woman to win Miss World. Her win in 1970 was a huge global event, even though it was super controversial at the time. When she was announced the winner, crowds gathered outside the hall protesting in favor of Miss Sweden, who they believed should have been the winner. Instead of widespread celebration, Jennifer was met with hostility, with tabloids making sinister comments such as, "Miss World is black. Is she really the most beautiful girl in the world?" Despite the controversy, Jennifer Houston did not let that stop her. Jennifer used her fame to travel the world and later became a serious professional. She went to university, got a master's degree in political science, and even worked as a high-ranking diplomat for Grenada in Canada. Today, Jennifer is an author and works as a registered psychotherapist in Canada, helping people with mental health. 6 years later, Cindy Breakspear from Jamaica won Miss World at the age of 22. Cindy is also of mixed African and European ancestry, and her win helped continue the region's growing influence in international pageantry. After winning Miss World, Cindy became closely associated with Jamaica's cultural scene, especially music. She was in a relationship with the reggae legend Bob Marley, and together they had a son, Damian Marley, who later became a Grammy-winning musician in his own right. If you have gotten this far, it means that you're enjoying the video, so please do make sure that you support the channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing. Let's get back to the video. A year after Cindy Breakspear's win, the growing recognition of Black beauty reached Miss Universe pageant. Janelle Penny Song was the first ever Black woman to win the Miss Universe title, changing the game. And your bouquet. Janelle is from Trinidad and Tobago. She moved to the US at the age of 13 and studied at the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York before returning home. Some of her other achievements include being the first Black winner of the Miss Photogenic Award. She also served as the chairperson of the Tourism Development Company of Trinidad and Tobago. Janelle is now married to a businessman. By 1979, Gina from Bermuda won Miss World.
Miss Bermuda is the new Miss World.
Earlier that year, she was crowned the Miss Universe first runner-up.
Is 20 years old with black hair and dark brown eyes.
At this point, it felt like real momentum was building, but then everything slowed down. For years, there were no Black winners at the very top. But then in 1986, the silence began to break again. Giselle Laronde became the first woman from Trinidad and Tobago to win Miss World in 1986. She was a great example of smarts and beauty going together.
What I would like to tell her is to be herself always and to extend as much love as she possibly can.
She was so honored that her country gave her a top national award and even named an airplane after her. After winning the Miss World title in 1986, Giselle immediately went to the University of London to get a degree in sociology. She's also an athlete holding a third degree black belt in karate. She now lives in Trinidad and Tobago and has a high-level corporate job in the airline industry. Lisa Hanna, a Jamaican queen, won Miss World in 1993. She is one of the winners who used her win as a jumpstart for a huge career. After winning in 1993, she immediately worked as a goodwill ambassador for the United Nations. Her biggest move was stepping into politics. She became one of the youngest women ever elected to the Jamaican parliament and served as the country's Minister of Youth and Culture for several years. From there, momentum began to return. Chelsea was a biracial American beauty queen. Before winning Miss Universe in 1995, she became the first black woman to win the Miss Texas USA title. She was the first American woman in 15 years to win Miss Universe at the time. She became a singer and actress, appearing on TV shows and in films. Chelsea Smith championed her biracial heritage and spoke against racism. Sadly, she passed away in 2018 at the age of 45 due to liver cancer. May her soul continue to rest in peace. Linda Fitzwilliam was the second Trini woman to win Miss Universe after Janelle Commission. She's a lawyer, actress, and a model. She was appointed a Goodwill Ambassador for work in HIV and AIDS awareness. She also founded the Hibiscus Foundation in Trinidad and Tobago to aid children with HIV and AIDS. She served as a judge on the reality TV show Caribbean's Next Top Model. She lives in Trinidad and Tobago with her son, and she continues to work as a lawyer, a TV host, and an advocate for her foundation. In 1999, Mpula made history as the first African woman to win the Miss Universe pageant. Her victory was significant as it was the first time her country, Botswana, was participating in the pageant. As such, she wasn't just the first African woman to win the Miss Universe pageant, she was also the first Botswana to win Miss Universe. Mpula's achievements include being appointed as the United Nations Goodwill Ambassador, focusing on youth and HIV and AIDS. She was the recipient of the Jonathan Mann Health Human Rights Award. She also co-founded a private firm with investments in Africa and South Asia. She's now an investor and a businesswoman. She's also involved in various initiatives related to human rights, health, and economic development in Africa. Agbani Dorego's win in 2001 was groundbreaking. She was the first Black African woman to ever win the Miss World title. She was also the first Miss World from Nigeria. Dorego's win made her an instant inspiration for millions of young women across the entire African continent. Her win launched her into the supermodel world. She signed modeling contracts with major global brands like L'Oreal and worked with famous fashion houses. She was even honored with an honorary chieftaincy in Nigeria. Agbani studied psychology in New York, and today she's an entrepreneur and designer who launched her own line of clothing and accessories. She was also one of the judges for Miss World 2014. Leila Lopez is an Angolan model and TV personality. She was crowned Miss Universe in 2011, becoming the first woman from Angola to win the title. She utilized her platform to raise awareness about HIV and AIDS and discrimination. She was appointed ambassador by the UN Convention to combat desertification, and she remains involved in advocacy work. She's now married to a former NFL player and just living her best life. Zozi Binitunzi, affectionately known as Zozi, she won Miss Universe in 2019. And she was widely celebrated for her natural Afro-textured hair and her powerful message of woman empowerment. And her reign was the longest in the Miss Universe history due to COVID-19. In 2022, Zozi made her acting debut in the film The Woman King. She is now a model and continues to be a prominent voice on the issues of diversity, empowerment, and she recently launched a fashion collection in partnership with a South African retailer. Zozi recently got off the market. She made such a gorgeous ride. Toni Ann brought the crown home for Jamaica again in 2019. She won the competition after delivering a stunning rendition of I Have Nothing by Whitney Houston. This win marked the first time in pageant history that all 5 major titles were held by Black women. The titles include Miss America, Miss USA, Miss Teen USA, Miss Universe, and Miss World. Toni Ann's history making was met with praise from different people, including Kamala Harris, who congratulated the 5 women on Twitter. Let's not forget Miss Nigeria Nyakachi Douglas' genuine reaction when she began jumping up and down in excitement after Toni was announced the winner. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, her reign lasted 3 years, which makes her the longest reign in Miss World history. She graduated from university with a degree in women's studies and psychology and has a goal to become a medical doctor. Toni Ann has been focusing on her passion for singing, releasing her own music. She uses her voice and platform to promote her charity work, which focuses on helping women and children. In 2022, Lalela Mswane from South Africa won Miss Supranational, continuing the strong presence of African representation in global pageants.
This evening, I stand before you representing not only South African women, but women all over the world who have felt small or marginalized. And I just hope that as Miss Supranational, I am able to continue to inspire people all over the world.
It's been 4 years since the last win in 2022. When do you think we will see the next one? Comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, please do make sure that you subscribe, share with your friends, comment on the comment section as well. I will see you on my next video. Cheers. Bye.